Hey everybody, Scott for Angry Badger Minis, welcome back. So how'd you guys like that rookie battle report? If you haven't checked it out, please do. Obviously I've got some learning to do. I went back and looked at some of the rules and jumped on Battlescribe and figured out, you know, some things where I had gone wrong, and needless to say, I think the Space Marines would have fared a little bit better had I jumped on Battlescribe ahead of time. I mean, technically I did because I was using my phone, but it was just a quick ad hoc, what's the power level, that kind of thing. Turns out we would have had a whole nother 5-man squad. So that sucks, but you know, we'll just call it a training lesson for everyone involved. Anyway, working on Sisters of Silence. The Adeptus Mechanicus is in fact done, and I went ahead and took one of the assembled knights that I have and put it on the shelf with the Adeptus Mechanicus. So that being said, that is one less knight that I've got to worry about doing. I do have two of them put together. I could potentially put them both with that if I really needed the firepower, but again, that army's not meant to really be a giant army in any way. I will say though, however, with all the frustration and whatnot that I had with putting the Rangers together and the Rust Stalkers and stuff like that, and you know how unhappy or non-enjoyable it seemed to be to put those models together, that all kind of changed when I put Belisarius Call together. Seeing that model put together definitely motivated me to want to turn around and build that army bigger, but you know, not something I'm ready to jump on right now. Also, thankfully, our Space Wolf stuff finally came today. Now I do need to order some more. I'm gonna need 7 more Terminator packages, which will come with 6 regular Space Marine shoulder pads, but we will be all set. So there's that. Okay, these look different. They are different. Okay. Anyway, what I'm doing right now is I'm putting all the legs on bases for the sisters, and then I'm going to go back and do the arms because I haven't quite decided if I like what squads I really want to make. I was also I missed that in the box set that I have, the main box set that I have that has the Land Raider and the Rhino in it. It actually comes with a Contemptor Dreadnought as well. I totally forgot about that. So it's the Talons of the Emperor box set. If you guys have seen this, whoops, and I just dropped that. See if you guys can see this. Hold on, I gotta zoom out. Yeah, Talons of the Emperor box set. It's got a Contemptor Dreadnought, a Null Rhino, and a Venerable Land Raider. So, anyway, yeah. So that's kind of cool to add that to the army. We'll see how it works out. I've got other Contemptor Dreadnoughts from the Horus Heresy series, so I may go ahead and let this one roll with this army. We'll see. We'll find out when we get down to painting it. So that's about how that'll work out. But yeah, this is what we're working on, and hope you guys are joining me this evening, and looking forward to anything you guys have to say. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay. Alrighty then. What was I gonna do? Here we go. Alright, so let me see which one of the I got distracted and I wasn't paying attention. So one of these is not gonna fit and the other one will. There we go. It's amazing the striking resemblance in most cases of their legs to the old Dark Eldar models, or well, rather even the new ones. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I hope you guys check out. I also did another reaction video to Warhammer Vermintide 2. What is it? Chaos Waste, I think it is, or something like that. I know it's not 40K. You know, I mean, it's Warhammer though. I mean, and I like all aspects of Warhammer, so I thought it would be a neat one to do, especially since I hadn't seen it. So let's see here. I'm also taking the time to do a little bit of cleanup on these guys, or girls, cows, whatever. And yeah, we're moving right along. So we've got 25 of these guys the Sisters of Silence to put together. We have 25 Custodes to put together. The Venerable Land Raider, the Rhino, and the Contemptor Dreadnought, and then this army will be done. And what I have figured out for myself is that I knew I was already going to make a Dark Mechanicum army, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do my best to keep it all in the same case downstairs. I'm not sure that'll work, but we'll see. But I am excited to get back. I mean, I'll tell you what, I mean, yeah, I was a little frustrated with myself because I just really wanted to see what would happen, you know, with a battle report, with what I'm able to accomplish. And yeah, I could break out, you know, the airbrush and throw some paint on some terrain and stuff like that, but I thought it would be better, especially since I wasn't too sure how the camera, how the camera was going to work in that regard, and it worked out relatively well, though I found another setting that did make it a lot clearer, so that would have been nice to have known about ahead of time. But you know, we're learning and we're making this happen, so I'm not upset at all. It was nice to throw some dice around. It was nice to, you know, measure up and move some models around versus just putting them together and painting them and daydreaming about how things are going to go. Yeah, it would have been, you know, nicer if I had someone, you know, to play with at the time, but it was very ad hoc. I mean, it was like I was sitting here doing something else completely unrelated, and I said, you know what, I'm going to run downstairs real quick and see if we can make this happen. And that's exactly what I did. And I mean, you know, then I got upstairs. Still learning this video editing software that I have, but I got upstairs, checked it out, got on there, cropped some nonsense out, you know, of me rambling, and I think it came out relatively well. But again, I'm curious what your feedback is, and again, I mean, I know I messed some things up, but whatever it is that I messed up, or if you want to chime in the comments and say, hey, look, man, you know, the rules say this, or, you know, whatever, please, by all means, do so. Again, I was just going out of my head, and I mean, I haven't played a game in, gosh, man, I don't even know how long. And it's been, I mean, really been years. So technically, that would have been my, well, I wouldn't even call that 9th edition. I don't know. We'll call that Scott edition, okay, or Scott's edition. But that would have been my first one for 9th edition. But I think I've got a better handle on how some of that goes. Now, I will say that I've got some serious studying to do when it comes to, you know, command points and stratagems and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm sure some of you guys are there and be like, dude, why did you take this stratagem? Why'd you do that? Blah, 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 blah. And, you know, I'm not saying you're wrong. Again, I'm not used to even using that stuff. So that's all stuff that I've got to, you know, learn. When I came into 40K, you know, that stuff didn't exist. Command points, the only time they existed was in the game of Space Hulk, which I didn't own at the time. and couldn't even get my hands on. And then when Space Hulk 3rd edition came out, I was so wrapped up in the models and building my own Space Hulk, not the cardboard board, but my own, that I never even got around to, you know, messing around with the models. I just really didn't even care. I mean, not the models, but the game. And I just kind of didn't care. So, but you know, I knew there was command points there. Dang, I did it again. Look at that. Well, I guess we'll figure it out just like we did before. So, but yeah, I'm super stoked on that game that I played today. You know, plenty of notes that I've written down about how I could have been better, and we'll see if we can implement those in the future. You know, change that stuff. Let's see. It looks like it wants to fit, but I'm not sure that's the right one. Looks like it wants to fit too. Okay. Looks pretty smooth. Okay. I'm still struggling with how I would like to paint these sisters, and even my sister's army. I mean, I have an idea. I think mostly white with some purple and gold trim, but I'm not exactly sure about that. And then these guys, you know, I mean, they don't have to be separate, but I'm wondering if I should make them separate, a separate color or a different color from my Sisters of Battle army that looks like Sisters of Silence. Or I kind of have a lore thing going on where maybe it's, you know, maybe they're a derivative, or they're hand-picked from, and I know, you know, nobody really knows where the Sisters of Silence come from, but it could be a thing, you know what I mean? I mean, heck, you know, Rule of Cool and Warhammer is your Warhammer, that kind of thing. Let's see here. Hello, whoever you are watching. Hope you got a chance to see that battle report and throw me some feedback. Oh, he left. Oh well. It's like, oh gosh, he saw me. Scared him away. It happens. Yeah, these legs definitely look like, I mean, for the most part, look like Dark Eldar legs. Yeah, for a rookie battle report, limited equipment, that kind of stuff, I think it went okay. And then it'll only get better. I mean, if you think about the first time that I started talking on YouTube, however long ago that was, a month or 2 months ago, I mean, it was probably closer to, I don't want to say I was a bumbling, you know, or mumbling, stuttering idiot. I mean, I wasn't, but, you know, you get better at what you're talking about. You get better at thinking and talking on the fly, and of course interacting with folks. So what I know, or what I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do, is I'm not going to make the one squad that has all the swords in their hands. I forget what they're called. I just don't, I don't know, I don't see the need for it. I mean, maybe, because I mean, one thing I can do with this Sisters of Silence army here is, even though there's only 25 of these, if I combine them, especially by paint scheme, with my Sisters of Battle in the right paint scheme, I can have a larger force just without the heavy bolters and stuff like that, or they just become allied and we roll that way. So, you know, there's all kinds of possibilities with this army. But again, the question is, what color am I going to paint them? The gold and the silver, I just don't see it. Purple? My wife says purple. That's like I told everybody, I'm looking at white with purple and gold trim possibly. Yes, purple was involved. Let's see here. I'm curious when my first 2 issues of Imperium are coming in the US. I have no idea. Of course, that'll be in addition to my White Dwarf whenever it shows up. I'm gonna try to bring this back to you guys a little bit. See if we can't get it in a little bit closer. So you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. These are really tiny models too, man. I would venture to say that the new Sisters of Battle are probably bigger than these models are, which is weird. That's why these guys will match up to my Sisters of Battle better. And I do have plans in the future, not near future, but in the future, to buy the Sisters range, but I'm not going to do it right now, and I'm not going to do it the way that Games Workshop is putting them out there. It just seems like they're trying to make it seem like it's the best, you know, for your dollar, but it's really not, in my opinion. Besides, I mean, I like the fact that I was able to get my other army done, my other Sisters army. And there's always, you know, changes or whatever that I can make to them. So no, leg fell off. No. The other thing that's interesting about these Sisters of Silence models is that their toes are slightly pointed, which is exactly how the Dark Eldar legs are and the Eldar legs. So that was something I was semi-worried about with my, you know, custom or, you know, scratch built / kit bashed army. But looks like I don't have to worry about that anymore. Hello, whoever that is. Welcome to the show. Apply some pressure there. Clean the way I want it to. Cool, we only have 10 more legs to put together. Oh, easy, easy. Legs and bodies, I mean. I think I'm gonna go with mostly flamers and the bolters with this army. I mean, I guess if I'm going to try to do my Sisters of Battle that I made into Sisters of Silence, then I mean at least the same color scheme. I could go ahead with the swords with these guys. I'll have to look at what the name of it is. I can't remember the name of the squad. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Haven't decided on that yet. Whoa. Watch out. Let's see. Okay. Clean this up a little bit. Doesn't seem to matter how close I get with these clippers. Right here inside the rib cage does not want to play ball. This one actually I'm gonna have to sand a little bit. Gotta be careful because there's some little little rivets or armor rivets or whatever you want to call them on here, and some other details that I don't want to sand away. I want to sit. Yep, same thing here, right on the rib cage. Couldn't be in a worse spot. Go with the flow. Oops. Clean that off. Whoever you are that's watching, say hello. Won't bite. Hard. Austin Powers for you young people. Don't know what that is or why I said it that way. As you can see, that was already starting to fall over because it wasn't quite glued to the base. Again, for some reason, man, GW's bases are slick. I don't know why that is. I don't like it. I don't like it. Alright. What we got left? 8 more. Okay, this is one that you got to put the tabard in the front, and it looks like same for the next two, so that'll be relatively easy. Just want to make sure this time we take a look. You don't have to mess around trying to figure out which one's which. Should be right here. Okay. Shoot, man, I'm actually half tempted to make all of these guys penitent squads. But one problem that I'm running into on Battlescribe is it's telling me that I need troops, and I don't know how to make that work on Battlescribe. So if any of you guys know, let me know in the comments. Not quite sure why it's giving me that error. because my understanding is essentially that would be, I mean, they would be, if you're going to field them as their own army, they would be their own troops, even as elites, but it's not giving me that choice. That's one thing I miss about, for those of you that might remember the old army builder, they would put stuff in there like counts as troops or stuff, you know, stuff like that. And unless I'm missing something with the Sisters of Silence, I mean, you know, I've got the codex right here from the book. I mean, from the the game, and it's, you know, there's not obviously very many units, but I mean, there are no troops. You know, it's just those are the forces. So I'm not going to say Battle Scribe is wrong. It's just there must be something I'm missing. You know, I don't know, just something I'm missing. Unless they're meant to be played a different way, you know, or more open play or something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about doing another battle report, that's for sure. I think it's going to help me out with the rules and stuff like that. I mean, I'm probably never going to be as astute in the rules as, you know, guys that are out there, you know, that have been playing, you know, for, you know, the newer crowd, younger crowd, if you will, that have been playing for a while longer than I have, because I've been out of it for so long. But I'm sure it'll come back to me, and, you know, my imagination along with, you know, playing the game, I think will work out pretty well. I was actually pretty pleased with just throwing that mission together the way I did, how it worked out, because it did allow for, yeah, the Necrons didn't really move too much till towards the end, but I felt that it kind of showcased and went with the strengths and how they would actually play, and that's what I did. I played the Necrons the way I felt that they would have played, which is they needed to defend that area, and the Space Marines, you know, were obviously on the assault / warpath because of them killing the Adeptus Mechanicus or whoever it was that you know, uncovered all of that, or uncovered whatever it is underneath there. So I thought that went pretty smooth, and coincidentally, if I'd have had some Adeptus Mechanicus, you know, some of these bits or whatever put around on a base or something like that, I could have showed, you know, the wreckage of them as well, and what the Necrons had done to them, but I did not. So food for thought, you know, among many other objective type pieces. So one thing I did not mention in that battle report was what the actual objective is. I guess I assumed it was implied that you were to wipe out the Necrons and take the area that they were on. And like I said, for those of you that are just joining and didn't see the beginning of this, what I did, there were some, essentially the Space Marines probably lost quicker than they would have if they were going to lose, because I literally was missing an entire 5-man tactical squad, again assuming they would have lost. And it's interesting because I just briefly looked over something on the mobile Battle Scribe app. That was about it. I mean, very brief, just to try to get a power level thing going. And now I did not mention this earlier, but I actually went into Battle Scribe, and I have 2 exact 360 point armies for both. Now mind you, they you know, they of course have little nuanced things, you know, powers and things like that, you know, that helped, you know, even them out. But now the Space Marines have 3 5-man squads. They've got their captain, they've got the stats, so I have the stuff to actually look at and learn it that way, you know. So I'm pretty happy about that, and I think the next battle report will probably do the same narrative mission, but I think you're going to see probably a more drastic or different outcome than what we saw today. I could be wrong. I mean, heck, that you know, that Necron Lord, you know, swung you know, through 2 assault phases and didn't wound a thing. He hit a lot, but he didn't wound anything. So that was kind of an interesting thing to see. I did not expect that. I expected him to wipe them out like right away. And I'm not entirely positive. I mean, I'm thinking about this hours after the game. But I have a feeling that when I took out the first squad of Space Marines in the assault, I think what I did was I failed to realize or failed to remember that they were supposed to have 2 wounds apiece. And I think what I did was my mind went back to they only have 1 wound, and then that's why they were wiped out. And you know, now I have the reference material to fix that. So 1 second, let's see here. Okay. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting back into gaming. And I'm hoping to put up a battle report minimum once a week. So release at least one once a week. Even if it's a small game like that. I'd like to read up on the kill team rules. See how that goes. We'll see. Got a lot ahead of me here in the next couple of weeks. And this Saturday evening, Eastern Standard Time, I do plan on live streaming, but it's probably going to be later. Probably closer to 9:30 at Eastern Standard Time in the US. And the reason for that is I will be gone until about that time. So oops, almost mixed up the parts there. I want to do that. Okay. Well, I see somebody there, but you're not saying anything. I didn't see this little piece of flashing here. I can get it off though. None on that side, so that's good. 4 more to go. Wait a minute. 12. Something's wrong here. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Something is definitely wrong. Well, I know that I need, because I know we have this extra leg over here, but the problem is I didn't see an extra leg to put with it, like with the other ones. Except yeah, there's 3 different. No? What the heck? Hold on a second. Something's going on here. We got some heresy happening here right before our very eyes. Gosh darn heresy. Problem. We've got some sisters that are missing their tabards, and somehow I missed that. Good thing we are going back through this. I forgot I put one together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, I forgot I had put one completely together to see how that worked out. Goodness gracious. So looks like something fishy going on. Anyway, let me fix these ladies first, since we forgot to do this. That one doesn't seem to fit right. Right either. What the heck? Now we're stuck. Come on. Nope. Maybe it fit more right than I thought it did. Also have something to do with this part. Okay. see here. So that's already got a front. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I've got these extra legs here, leg pieces, like you get a choice or something. And if that's the case, I mean, I've only got, you know, a couple of these here. So something's off. I'm missing something somehow. We'll figure it out. Why is that not lining up right? Maybe this piece right here. Could be. Yeah, it's better. Go. All right. There we go. Yeah, like I said, there's no other legs on here, so I don't know, man. And all of these are the same way, so problem is I don't have. I'll be down one. We're gonna have to figure out what's going on there. Wouldn't it be something if the rest of the pieces were on a Custodes sprue? That would suck. I'm gonna zoom this out some for you guys. Just because I'm noticing that my work is a little bit out of the shot, but it's a little hard for me to be all the way over here where the camera is, like that. That's my current setup, unfortunately. We'll fix it. so that's what I'm saying. I've still got one more here. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Oh no, I get, hold on a second, what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, we're missing one somewhere. And that doesn't make any sense. Alright. We'll look for it when we're done. That's what we're going to do. Because I'm going to waste too much time and there's no point right now. Whoa, almost broke that off. You guys can see the method that I use where I'll leave some stuff alone and then I'll come back to it, that way it's dry. Essentially that's what I'm about to do here with this one. I've got just one lone dude. 6, so that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and wherever this one is, I don't know. Like I said, we've got extra legs here. One of these. Each one of these has the extra legs, so there's at least 4. But we don't have any other body part to go with it. Somewhere. I'm definitely not seeing it though. Huh. Nope. Well, that's interesting. How did that happen? How can we be one short? Even if it was just another one of, you know, those that has the extra leg, I mean, that would at least make sense to me. But I mean, here's the Custodes. it's nothing but Custodes stuff. Let's see, this is nothing but Custodes here. I don't think I've got a Sisters of Silence thing mixed up in here anywhere. Nope. Does not look like it. Let me check this box real quick. Not seeing it. I know I'm not counting this wrong. This is ridiculous. Something is afoot. But I do not know what it is. Yep, we're still missing one no matter how I move these around. So something's missing. We just don't know. We don't know which way or where it is. That is unfortunate. There should be 25. Unless, let me check something here. No, there's 5 in this box. I know there's 5 in the Horus Heresy burning up Prospero. Unless there's one in one of those boxes down there, I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of, is that I left one of these ones that had the double legs. Don't know. Alright. Well, for whoever that is watching, if you happen to leave, I apologize. I'm going to go run and check real quick. I will be right back. Alright, we're back, and that was the case. It was stuck in the box and somehow I forgot to grab it. So yeah, we have our 25 sisters here. So, excellent. Just unfortunate that it worked out that way, I guess. Alright. Let's see here. Thanks for hanging with me, whoever you are. Had to run downstairs and open up the boxes, and thankfully on the second box there it was. I just put glue on the wrong spot. Oh man. That's great. That's why it was the wrong spot, because now it's going to glue to my fingers. Well, the good news is we found it, right? That's really all that matters. It would have really stunk. It just occurred to me, I've told you guys before that I'm not really into the color red. Go figure. Sit for a moment. At least we've got one sister, you know, that's done. Sorry. And that bolter's pretty decent size. I mean, comparable to the ones that I put on my kit bashed army, I would say. Move this back some. There, that's better. I don't have to lean over everything so bad. Alright, well, while we're waiting for that to dry, let's take a look at how we would like to build these guys. So, bolters, I mean, I've got a ton of those, right? The Vigilator, we don't have any of those, and the Witch Seeker squads look like they're allowed to have nothing but flamers, which is great. So what I'm thinking is, I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if I have enough. I'm kind of thinking, let's see, 3+ saves, toughness of 3. I'm thinking of a 10-man squad of Vigilators with the swords. And I'm thinking of the rest all being these Witch Seeker squads with the flamethrowers. That's what I'm really thinking about. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Question is, do we have enough flamers? That would be 15 flamers. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, come on, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we got plenty of flamers. Okay, great. So, I mean, we could do 10 and then we could do 5 of the, well, we'll do 5 with the bolters, because this squad right here, I mean, she's already got a bolter. So yeah, we'll do 10 of the sword people, 10 of the flame people, and 5 of the bolters. I think that'll be good to go. Yeah, that's how we'll roll that. Alright, so let me put you over there, and we'll knock out the bolters first. I think that would be the best way to do this. And it looks like I could potentially go with the same body for all of the bolters, and that might actually be better if I do that. Yeah, they're in more of a controlled stance. So plus these bodies all have the same what am I trying to say, the same shoulder pads, in other words how they connect. So that part's important as well. So let me look for all of those right now. Okay, there's some more. Actually, that's not the one. Wait, what's going on here? Okay. 3. 4. Well, actually, as I'm looking at this, maybe I am incorrect, because some of these shoulder pauldrons look the I mean, it's the fur that I'm talking about. The fur that's on there. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong one. Shoot. Okay, so, and I also need the right head. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Alright, here's this one. That one's good to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, good. Alright, so we've got the right ones now. That way I can give all of my bolter chicks with the actual helmet, not just the face cowl. Okay, and the same arm stuff. All right, and shoot, I think it was 46, if I'm not mistaken. Where's the picture I was looking at? 44. Nope, it's 44. Okay. 44 it is. Alright. Get that off of there. Okay. think that's everything on that one. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit though before I put that arm on, because I think that arm's going to be in my way. I mean, to be able to do it later. Go ahead and do these other ones while we're at it. That's good. Good. That's good. Okay. This was actually a little bit of a pain trying to do when I did the first one, so I won't lie, I'm not exactly looking forward to it. Essentially what I had to do was do both at the same time, sort of. If I could make it work just enough get it to stick, and then I can put them put both the shoulders on and hold them together. But again, Games Workshop, for whatever reason in their wisdom, decided they want to make all this stuff so tiny. I mean, these connection port points so bad. I mean, they just are. Gosh. All right, that's not gonna work. I know that has to fit in there like that. Okay, and then this one, get in there. Come on. Maybe I can make it fit. Oh, it's magic. When I glue you. That song's actually just in my head because I heard it on the radio the other day. Quite gotten it out of my head yet. By the Cars, 80s. Alright, looks like it's holding. Like, I need to cut out their arms and stuff. Okay, that one's done. And I'll just send this over here. That. 44. Get our bolter. Get our helmet head that we like. Clip off the shoulder pauldrons. should be it for that one. Set that off to the side. Man, I really don't even want to use those sword people. I got this idea about all these flamers. I really like the flamethrowers, even though they're not as cool as they used to be, I guess. I couldn't even tell you how many flamethrower templates I have laying around and part of box sets and everything. It's crazy. I have all these various templates. This arm does not want to cooperate. Just want to let y'all know that. Of course, I would put way too much glue so that way it might potentially grab my finger and make it impossible for me to disengage from the model. But luckily we were able to get by just like that. Alright, so we've got a sort of a method here. Alright, 44, where you at? It's magic. Helmet head. Okay. What is that? Some kind of tabard, I guess. Yep, that's what it is. Well, maybe we'll go back and deal with that a little bit. Okay. Or maybe we'll save them for, no, we don't have enough. I was gonna say we could save them for the vigilators if that's what I'm gonna do, but we don't have enough. That's okay, we don't need it. Okay, let's get some glue on here. Some glue right here. Get this arm on. Can try to hold it, some glue right there, and get this going here and connect right there. Come on. Alright, let that sit for a second. Last one of the bolters. before. Okay, that should be everything. All right. And maybe we'll get lucky and it'll all go together just fine. And we got lucky. Outstanding. All right. This one should be dry-ish. We know we've got to fit this shoulder pad up in this fur. It's kind of a pain, but it is what it is. The instructions are not real clear on this part, so you kind of have to, you know, look at the picture and then really pay attention to what's going on. There it is. And this one sits higher than the other one because it's not so much the shoulder pad as it is the fur that comes over the top. So you would be tempted to put this shoulder pauldron